Hi fishing world, I'm Georgopoulos, your host of the AMFisH video fishing blog. Wanted to touch base on a couple of things here that I wanted to blog about, one of them being frog fishing. This is a black with brown gold skirt, scum frog. I've blogged about this before. I actually like these frogs a lot. Got a little weight on the bottom end. They tend to sit more like that on the surface of the water, and you pop them like that, so that's how a frog actually does sit. And those little moving legs back there usually is what triggers a strike. But there's no real set way on working a frog. I've seen lots of videos. I've read a lot of magazines myself as well, following guys like Rick Fun, Bob Azumi, a bunch of the guys that used to have some shows back in the day when I was growing up as a child. But what I wanted to touch on today is frog fishing. So again, good areas to fish are areas like this, lots of lily pads, probably 3 feet of water, some deep pockets here, but it's basically a very, very weedy area. Very calm morning here, about 9:30 in Toronto, Canada. And I'm on Bay of Quinte up in Belleville. Beautiful bass fishery, absolutely beautiful bass fishery. Lots of fish, lots of big bass in here as well. So what I wanted to touch on again is some frog fishing techniques. Now, a lot of people, I guess, work them incorrectly and then don't produce fish. Again, there's no real set way. You can cast them next to a dock, cast them under structure, flip them, pitch them into little areas and just pop them out. The big thing you want to take note of is working a frog like this very aggressively. Sure, if the fish are on and they're into that style, fine. Most of the time I've noticed through frog fishing is let the frog actually hit the surface of the water. Look for any areas that may have a pocket. What I mean by a pocket is a bunch of weeds and then just kind of a deeper spot in there. And little twitches, little finesse twitches like this. Keep the line very, very slack. Fishing a frog with a very tight line is not going to work. It just doesn't look natural in the water. Little pops like this. I've actually just snagged some weeds here. This is what does happen as well, guys. Just because it's a weedless frog doesn't mean it's not going to get hung up on weeds. The hooks sometimes get a little exposed when you're popping across the surface, so keep that in mind as well. But let me just do one more cast out here. So again, just cast the frog out. You can let it sit for a few seconds. There's no real set way to do it. One strategy is to let it sit when it hits the surface of the water. Let the ripples disappear away from the bait, and then again, just start popping it very, very slowly. Very, very natural look right now. I'm going to get some videos down the road of what the frog actually looks like hopping through the water, but just little pops forward. As you can see, I'm basically using next to no strength to pop this frog across. I did get a little hit earlier, missed the frog. Top water hook-up ratio isn't the best, so keep that in mind as well. But you'll have a lot better luck fishing frogs a little slower over the surface of the water. Again, let the fish dictate what is going to work. Very aggressive styles on frogs usually works when you're using a soft frog and it's got legs designed to actually ripple across the surface of the water. Stuff like this, like scum frogs, spro frogs, those are a little more buoyant. I like to just cast them out and work them back, whether it's slowly, quickly. Again, the fish will dictate what is going to work. Look for structure like this, guys. Anything saturated on top of the surface of the water, whether it is weeds, whether it is lily pads, reeds, anything, any type of structure, sunken trees. Cast frogs across them, beside them, over them, through them. Work them with various techniques, see what's happening. Again, the day could dictate certain things. If they are aggressive, they will be hitting these very, very hard. I usually set the hook immediately. There's been some mixed reviews. Again, it is preference. This is just my opinion and my thought. I like to set the hook immediately. I don't like to give a bass or any type of fish that's hit my frog too much time to analyze it and figure out what it actually has in its mouth. If they hit hard, these hooks are usually exposed very quickly. As you can see there, I'm kind of poking it down. They'll hook themselves. If they actually take it as a slow pickup, I set the hook immediately. I want to bury those hooks into the fish's mouth so I don't lose it. Again, guys, just wanted to do a blog. I'm going to do some more blogs on fishing frogs, fishing surface baits, passing along some of the tips I've picked up in the last 21 years of fishing, and again, I'm on a good body of water here in Toronto, Canada, that I've been trying to get to. Finally got up here, and I want to do a bunch of videos for you guys. So thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.